What's good? You rocking with your boy Czar, all rights reserved. Shout out to the nation, greatest nation since United Nations. We've been waiting patient. Let me holla at y'all for a second. Now, there's a lot going on since my other live where we confirmed different things. And I want to openly put this out there. If anything was to happen to someone that I have spoken about or things, it's going to be obvious who's involved. There's a lot more to be talked about. There's a lot of more secrets. And I understand that the hatred's building because someone is speaking about it a certain way. But here's something to understand. People do things for selfish reasons. People do things to prevent things. It's all about the protective measures people take to do things and think through. But if it's already done in a full investigation that has been launched before a person even knew, how is there something that you can do? Truthfully, it only doubles down your guiltiness. Ultimately, somewhere I belong. Somewhere I belong. See, the difference is a lot of people don't see that they belong. They don't feel they belong. They have no sense of belonging. The only sense of belonging they put forth is the one that is destruction because they don't want to see anyone else happy. What is even crazier dealing with this entire scenario, if you think about it, why is it that every time I see things going a certain way, the outcome leads to something similar? How is that possible? How can there be a similar outcome to a difference amongst people? You see, it's the differences that make us all stronger as a united front. When everyone unites, there's different masteries of skill that come into play. The same thing that happened in these scenarios. There was a mastery of some sort amongst each person that's involved to do things a certain way. Now, I called out one of those people who was a fake witness and they backtracked. That's a fact. We're dealing with a situation where the safety of genuine children versus that of people not muddying their name has become of importance. But I ask you, who do you support? What do you reinforce? Who do you find to be guilty? Who do you find to not be guilty? Think about it this way. There's too much going on to ignore the fact of the matter that these are sick individuals for the actions they've made. Bottom line, they're sick individuals. What gets even worse is look at the characters behind. These guys lack character. When you lack character as an individual, you cannot boost yourself up to a higher position than now. You lack the character it takes to even have a chance to stand in that light. Let's think of the references once again. Excuse me, I had to take this. Think everyone that's part of CommenterNation is actually here for the nation. That's a mistake. Don't ever think that. That'd be the biggest mistake. The biggest thing for you to understand is somewhere you belong. See, somewhere I belong, but somewhere you belong. Critical thinkers, people that build some type of understanding, we have a grasp of it. Now, let me tell you this. Bottom line, there's something going on. There's something going on, and the biggest thing is that there's mysteries being played, okay? There's people doing mysterious things, mysterious deals going on behind the scene, funny activities going on with people. This is truly happening before your eyes. So whatever was hidden in the dark, you now see in the light. It is all happening before you. The question is, why are they doing this? That's the ultimate question you should be asking yourselves. Now, let me give you some assistance with that. If you were part of an organization, the low man on the totem pole, but they threw you stakes for you to bring back victims or for you to victimize others, very few people could resist that. It's an opportunity. So, no, it's not far out of understanding. It's just us understanding what you do. It's us understanding how you move. It's me getting the understanding for the basis behind your bad character. Now, the heirs. I've recently uncovered a photo that I have to get traced for copywriting to see if this is truly what I'm seeing. There's a couple things that can't change as much as you grow. They're your ears, the shape of your head, size, shoulder mass can build, but overall, shoulder length will not change. So no one's going to work out and their shoulder's going to grow further to the right or further to the left. No one could change, let's say you could change the size of your legs, but when you grow a certain height, you can't change that. These are all factors that are known. This is what we're looking at. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. With the distractions that there have been, people like coming at my name, joking on what I say, like just straight up trying to play. That should be a disclosure to the character behind what's going on. I want to bring this quick announcement and things that I not only am going to be turning up on Patreon, shout out to my Patreon members, but I'm probably going to finish up the week with you and drop a few more uploads this week. We're going to get a little bit more detailed because my understanding is that there's an issue going on with somebody scared of what someone knows. That's what we understand to be the case. But even more so, we understand the entities that are surrounding the person. So they feel protected. But yet, these entities seem to be unbeknownst to what you've really done with yourself. See, I understand certain things. There's certain things I can understand. I'm going to get some light in here. There's certain things I can understand, but then there's certain things I can't. One of the things I can't understand is if I'm going to put any respect on this person as they're trying to put respect on their name, how can I do so if this person ultimately plotted in the dark, darker as I am, to do weird things, and their attraction and gain comes from the unnatural? So they didn't get it off their talent. They didn't get it off of hard work. They got it off of funny business. Let's just put it that way. How can they judge and criticize others? From what level do you judge and criticize others if you can't even be legit in getting it how you're supposed to get it? It's a very odd occurrence, and we're going to address these things. So the reason I came to you right now is to tell you to stay objective. Don't pick and choose. Stay objective and think through the scenario. Because when you start learning a lot more about the individuals that are around, it's going to help you to see a little bit clearer. It's more than just what's going on before us. There are people who are in silence competing for some type of championship. And we can speculate at what that is, but ultimately, it's all rights reserved, period. The one that did not look to just appeal to everybody's wishes, the one that took it above and beyond. Patreon's where it's at. Get ready. I had to wait and tailor my words because I don't want to deliver it crazy to you guys. I don't want to just say it to say it. I want to say it for a purpose so that you get what I'm saying. The same way I've done all my cases, the same way I've done this case, even though this case has been one of my longer cases, this was definitely a demo at me doing longer cases, getting info. So I'm going to have a lot more of that for you. And they're going to get deep because remember, there's still some missing children within that area. And sadly, they're right in the vicinity of the individual that we find to be involved in this mess. That's very curious. That's very curious. And definitely not even the trump card. The trump card, it's not even been introduced. Right now, we're just dealing with the basic deck. Because the deck has to be stacked in order for you to play ball, to play cards. You have to stack your deck. The deck's stacked. The information stacked. Everything's everything. But we're still looking for who's missing. Now, I'm being told there's a special place in Denver that some of the women that I looked into can be found. I'm not going to give my source up, but we're watching that too. There's a special spot in Denver. I'm told some of the women that we think is MIA is really at there. My thoughts are they working against their will? See, these are the type of things that we do. This is the type of work we put in. Bottom line, you know how I rock. Your favorite rapper's time, your favorite movie star's time, your favorites' time. You know how I rock. All rights reserved.